I hope you have enjoyed this evening's concert. I have had an absolutely fantastic time standing there listening to these fantastic young musicians. What a brilliant night of music from them all. I'm surely you'll agree. Great. So that brings to an end the individual part of the evening. There's going to be a bit of reshuffling here. This is kind of like the making of DVD extras bit that you don't normally get to see. So as this is happening, we have some thanks this evening to give. We must say thank you to the funders, thank you to Creative Scotland, and thank you to Scottish Natural Heritage for supporting our events in their beautiful nature reserves. Thanks to the wonderful technical crew here in the One Touch Theatre in Eden Court, Graham, Callum and Paul, who have done a great job making everything run smoothly tonight. To the support staff and drivers who have taken the Ceilidh trailers around the country. They have been absolutely invaluable. Also, parents, thank you. The miles and the hours that you do, it's all very well having talented children, but it doesn't half rack up the miles on your car, does it? Goodness me, well done to all of you for supporting these young musicians. And most importantly, moran tang to you, the audience, for coming out tonight, to supporting the young musicians, to supporting the Ceilidh Trail and the Fèis. Give everybody a big hand. If you've enjoyed tonight and you're thinking, I just need more of Fèis Rois, you probably are thinking that. Remember, feisrois.org is the website where you can go. If you're interested in learning Gaelic, there is the weekly conversation circle. You can find out about that online. If you have young children who are primary school age that would be interested in learning music, there is the week-long course. The Junior Fèis happens in Ullapool in the Easter holidays. There's an adult Fèis for you adult learners. That's only a couple of days. We know our limits. That's the May Bank holiday weekend, again up in Ullapool, a wonderful weekend of lessons, fringe events, concerts, sessions, late night stay-ups. You know the drill. If you've got teenagers, the Senior Fèis happens the 9th to the 14th of October in Ullapool this year. There are weekly group work classes run by Fèis Rois, after school events. There's the Youth Music Initiative, which happens all over the country. Loads of different regions have their primary school education in traditional music managed by Fèis Rois. There's an adult learners slowish session in Tulloch Castle in Dingwall every Wednesday night during school term time, run by Bob Massie. There's weekend workshops throughout the year. And of course, there's the Seer project, which will be performed on the 4th and 5th of September in Seaward Hall in Ballantor and here in the One Touch Theatre. Okay. Inish HECLA Callan Ula Kalla. We are going to have all of our young musicians come together now, and they're going to finish off the concert with music from Fèis Rois's The Seer project, which was commissioned by Fèis Rois and written by Lauren McCall, a fantastic fiddler from the Black Isle, from Fortrose originally. It tells the story of Conyahor, the brand Seer, the Seer of Kintail, kind of spooky. There's beautiful music and song has been composed by Lauren. And there's a CD available of that project. It's for sale in the foyer after the concerts tonight. The band features Lauren McCall herself, Megan Henderson on fiddle and piano and singing, Rachel Newton on viola, clarsach and voice, Mairearad Green on pipes and accordion. I play a bit of guitar and mandolin on it, and James McIntosh plays percussion on it. And we're the bunch that's performing it at Blas next month in Ballantor and here. And it will also be the focus of the group work at the Senior Fèis that I mentioned in October, the 9th to the 14th, up in Ullapool. I'm going to have to tell you some other stories now. One of the things that they haven't told you about tonight, I asked them earlier on, so has anybody got any good stories about your Ceilidh Trail? Is there anything that you can't really tell on stage? And there is millions they couldn't tell on stage. One of the best, most fun things about taking part in events like this, in Ceilidh Trail projects like this, where you get to meet other young musicians, is the utter calamity that will befall you. Even if you set out with the best intentions, something will go wrong. We've had altercations with deer. They've met people with horses named after cars, dogs named after places in the world. Some of them have learnt about late-night stay-ups in France. it's all to the good. It's all a learning experience. And these young musicians have handled everything that's been thrown at them with aplomb, I would say. Lauren McCall and I both had occasion to hear all of the musicians that you've met tonight. We both met them on their training week in Cromarty at the start of July. And, Lauren was supposed to be there. She was a mentor. She was working with them, teaching them the music that you're about to hear. I was just nosy and happened to be passing by as they were having their final performance for each other before they set out on the road. And Lauren and I were talking the other day about how encouraging it is. And it's also pretty rare to meet a bunch of young musicians as committed, conscientious, talented, but overall lovely as these guys are. They've been absolutely brilliant to work with. Lauren worked with them for longer than I did, and we were both just saying how impressed we had been by all of their attitudes. Rehearsing, practicing before classes started in the morning, lunchtime, afterwards, going on into the evening, just working, wanting to improve as much as they possibly could. And it's just fantastic to hear how their music has developed over a summer of gigs. It's only like 6 weeks or something since I heard a lot of this music in Cromarty. And to hear the way that parts have developed and they've kind of worked things out together and they've all gelled. Each band, they were already good in Cromarty. They'd all worked really hard, but to hear how a summer of working together has brought them even tighter together has just been fantastic tonight. And it's hugely heartening to know, and I'm sure you will agree, that our traditions and our music are in very safe hands with these young musicians here behind me. Well done, everybody. So, I think without any further ado, we're going to hand over and finish off this evening's concert with music from the Seer, from the collected Ceilidh Trails of Fèis Rois. Thank you all to you. Oh, I got that bit wrong. Thanks very much for coming out tonight. Safe home, everybody, and enjoy the Seer.
Oh no. We're going to start off with a song from the album called An Unkindness of Ravens, which is about the brand Seer's death.
Mustered her fine men. Down, down, Seer, go down, down into the firth. The white dove will soar high and mark the end of your worth.
His life's work in question, a gift of second sight, ne'er a lie did he mention, only truth on his tongue. From ships round Tamnahoodich to battles bloody and grave, spoke of big sheep and chariots and hell with black rain. Down, down, Seer, go down, down into the firth. The white dove will soar high and mark the
cords they bound him, in tar he would burn. Big crowds they assembled, and the eyes of the cur. Down, down, Seer, go down, down into the firth. The white dove will soar high and mark the end of your
some honesty and curses in the shedding of blood. Down, Seer, go down, down into the firth. The white dove will soar high and mark the end of your work. Down, Seer, go down, down into the firth. The white dove will soar high and mark the end of your work. The white dove will soar high and mark the end of your work.
We're going to play some tunes now. Okay, so we're going to finish off with a couple of reels. The first one is called Lady Isabella, and this refers to a woman who was sort of in charge of the Mackenzie family. Her husband was the Lord Seaforth, and the brand Seer worked for her. And one of the predictions he made was that while her husband was in Paris, he was having an affair with another woman. So she wasn't very happy about this, so she ordered the brand Seer to be executed. So he got put in a barrel of tar and burned and thrown into the Cromarty Firth. So it's quite like sort of dark tune, as you can probably tell, and it's called Lady Isabella because it's about her on her way to Shanley Point to murder the brand Seer wrongly. And then after that, it goes into a reel called Indach Yalig, or The Second Sight, which just refers to the brand Seer's ability to see into the future. So we hope you enjoy our last set.